Heidi ho, my crafty friends. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. So today, I thought that we would work on getting our signatures into our Alice book. So Alice is moving along very well, and I have worked all day in getting her prepared for you guys. Now, I want to get a few things. Oh, looky what I found. Found a few more pages I forgot I had put together. Oh well. Well, darn. Darn-de darn. And I wanted to sew those into the book. Well, now we'll have to use them for something else, won't we? Okay. Well, we'll use them for tags, maybe. Yeah, I have stuff all over my desk because I've been working on her all day. Making some tags and making some side tucks and, you know, things like that so that we would be ready to create. And what I did was, let me show you here. Alice is going to have a hidden spine. Now, if you've never seen me create a hidden spine, there are other videos in my playlist that show that, so you could see that, and they're titled, you know, Journals with a Hidden Spine, so they'll be easy for you to find. And it sounds like my voice is kind of froggy, doesn't it? I apologize. I haven't been talking today, so I don't know why. Anyhow, let's get this cleaned off here. Okay, so I want to show you what I have so far. So I've got two signatures sewed into what will be the spine of the book. Now, I created the spine just like I normally do, you know, after I take the pages out of a book. You know, your book is like wiggly piggly like this. And you have to create something to take the place of what you've taken out of the book. So what I did was I just used bookboard and I covered it with a page from the actual book, you know, from these pages that I took out. These are the pages that I took out of the book. So I covered the bookboard with a page from the book. And then I just inked around it with black ink. I did not use oxide. I used actual ink. And then I just did a little bit of stamping. And you can see a little bit of it there in the middle. Now, I tried to do 3 signatures. 3 signatures, and this book exploded. It just exploded before I even had anything, before I even did anything. So here's 2. Now, that's me holding it together. That's me letting go of it. So can you imagine, this is going to be a little chunky monkey by the time we're done with it. And we haven't even done anything in it yet. And I keep trying to smush it down, you know, to get my pages a little smushier. But that's as smushed as they're going to get. So my signatures have, let's count them. They have, now I'm not going to count this little page because it's like thinner than thin, and it's going to be and it's sewn in. It's going to be a pocket. So 1, this is the page we made in a previous video. I think that's why it's so chunky, because of these pages here. And that's 2, 3, 4. This is, when you see these are from the paper pack that I bought, and I sewed them in so that I could do things with them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9. Now I did use actual pages from the book also because there were a lot of drawings, original drawings in there that I wanted to use. And I also, you'll see things like this, I also hinged them with some of the other pages like that other page that you just saw, it's hinged to a book page. So, you know, so they're not just all back to back and you don't get the same page all the way through the book. So this is the back side of signature 1. And I'm just smushing them down, hoping that it helps. And here's the back side of where one of them's hinged. There we go. Now signature 2 has 1, 2. Now this is going to be a split pocket. There's going to be a tag that goes in there, and then a tag that goes in the top that's going to hold that down. 3. This is going to be a pocket. There's going to be a tag that goes up here. I already forgot what I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So both of them have like 9 or 10 pages, and I really haven't decorated them except for the things that have been sewn into them. And I sewed them in so that they would be easier to decorate. And I put this page in the middle because I just really, really liked this page. And this page I created before I even sewed it in, because it's so much easier to do, you know, to do the cutting before you sew it in. So now I can go on and glue it in. I can go on and just do my gluing. I can go here, oops, and here. And then before I glue it down, I can go on and do this. And then when I'm ready to decorate it, you know, we can come back and decorate the front of it whenever we're ready. And now this one we're going to do over here. And we're going to go on and glue this one down. Like that. Now, if you don't like this paper being different, go ahead and cover it before you even do anything. But I like the difference because the paper that's in here is kind of a goldish color, and I like this. The paper that's in this book is tea dyed, and I like the contrast, and I like the texture. All of these pages in here are tea dyed pages, so I like that texture, that crunch. Other than the book pages that are in here, I like that. So, you know, so I don't mind that at all. Okay, so now let's go back here. Now this is the page that we made. One of the pages. This is the second page I made after the video ended. And I didn't like the orange, the way that the orange ink showed up. I just thought it was too bright. So what I had thought I would do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it over. Now, where's my corner rounder? And I'm going to take my corner rounder, and with the largest corner round, I'm going to round these edges like that. And then this, we're going to clean this off here. Now, we haven't even glued this in yet. Okay, this is still free. This is now going to be a side tuck, and this is going to be a pocket. And the reason I'm doing this is because once this gets glued in, okay, so there, yeah, I just want to glue across the bottom. It's just easier to do this while it's free, and I can scoot it around on some of these pages. And I'm just going to go up the side just a little bit. I'm going to glue that down. Now this one, I'm just going to round the corners just a smidgen. Just a smidgen. Just because his buddy's got rounded corners. Now, I am going to ink around that. Oops, missed the hole, didn't I? Because once I glue this down, I can't mess with this then for 24 hours. It has to sit and dry for 24 hours. And so that means I can't touch it. I have to let it completely dry. And where did it go? Oh my gosh. Oh, here it is. I didn't pick it up. Oh my gosh. It has been a long day, you guys. I have worked on this thing since early this morning so I could make this video for you guys. There we go. And I'm not doing a lot here. I'm just, just touching it up on the edges. Just a smidge. Just a little smidge. Now, if you were to search Alice in Wonderland videos online, you would find, on YouTube, you would find a myriad of styles of Alice in Wonderland videos. When I first decided I wanted to make one, that's what I did. I thought, well, now, how are people making these videos? Are they all just using cardstock? Or are they using just the, the printed version of the cardstock? Are they just using the book? What are they doing? Because, like I've told you before, I never read the book. I just knew bits and pieces about it. I knew some of the characters. I knew, some of that. But that was really about all that I knew about Alice in Wonderland. So once I started doing some investigation of it, oh my gosh, there were so many different styles out there of the way people were creating their journals that I thought, well, I can make this journal any way I choose. Now, I want to put that back in there. Now, where'd the other one go? Well, it's around here somewhere. I can make my journal any way I choose, and there's no right or wrong way. Of course, it's a junk journal. I could do that anyhow, but I also didn't want to. Well, now I just had the other one of these. Oh, there it is. Right there. This was originally on the book, and I want to put it back, so I don't want to lose them. Okay, so as we flip through the book, okay, so there are those pockets. That one's a top pocket. This one's going to be a side tuck. Now, this, I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet. We could decorate it. We could do anything we want with it. Now, since this book is going to be for sale, I may just leave it blank and let whoever purchases the book, decorate it on their own, because they'll have things that they can decorate the book with, also. So, I may leave some blank spaces for someone to decorate it. This is an actual page from the book. And I have to tell you, the artwork in the book is just precious. It is just precious. Now, this is one of the pages that was put together with another one further back. And I haven't backed it with anything yet because I haven't really found another page in there that I like, but I may find one, or I may back it with this one and use it as a tuck, or I may just put another page on it. I'm not really sure yet. But the artwork in here is just cute as a bug. Just cute, cute, cute. Now, this is the other half of that page. This is the first one. This is the one I made online from the video that came out on, I think it came out on Friday. It was the very first video on it. I think it's called Part 1. And I really like how the yellows showed up. The yellow inks. Excuse me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cardstock. This is a piece from the paper pack. And the yellows showed up so nicely. They match this yellow that's in the paper. So I want to put some pockets across here, and I want to do layered pockets. So that is what we're going to do on this page. Okay, but first, oh, here it is right here. So we're going to put a couple of layered pockets on this page. And we're going to make the first one about 2.5 inches. And then we're going to go 2 inches. And I think we're going to do the next one 2 inches. Okay. Now, because this is double-sided paper, I can, you know, go back and forth and back and forth. So let's get it all together here. Now, let's see, how's my length? I think my length is okay. So let's do some corner rounding. Let's round some corners here. Whoops, we need to round these top corners. And we need to punch some holes. Okay, so I think we're going to start, we're going to put this one at the bottom like that because it's got a nice picture of Alice, and then we're going to flip this one over and we're going to put that one toward the bottom, and then we're going to put this one, I think, toward the top like that, just like that. Now I'm going to try not to move it, or at least not too much, and put a little bit of glue so I can get them anchored in like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Oops, the doodles. There we go. Now, I'm not going to, now you could, before you did that, you could go on and go across the bottom, you know, and give your pockets definite bottoms, which is what I'm going to do to this one. Because I don't want all three of them to go the full length, because if I don't do that, all three of them are going to be this full length. And what I mean by that is, if I put something in a pocket, let me show you. If I put something in the top pocket, it's going to go all the way down like that. If I put something in the second pocket, it's going to come all the way down. If I put something in the bottom pocket, it comes all the way down. And if I put something in the top pocket, it comes all the way down. See what I mean? So everything goes to the bottom. So if you want a nice short pocket for the top, then you can glue the bottom closed and maybe say have a nice little short pocket at the top for maybe some little tickets or tags, or you could do the second one if that's what you wanted. I like to do the second pocket that way because that gives me options when it comes to putting things in my pockets. So now what I have is this. When I glue this down, my top pocket will go all the way down to the bottom. My second pocket will stop, but my third pocket is a short pocket. Whoops, I did that wrong, didn't I? So my third pocket's the short one. My second one's going to go all the way down. Then my top one's going to go all the way down. Well, that didn't work out very well, did it? I put it under the wrong pocket. I wonder if I can take it apart. Let's see if I can take it apart. Nope. Oh well, that doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal. All right, so let's make sure I'm not going to run into the signature. All right, how about we trim this off just a smidgen so we are not running into that when we go to move it around. Because we can always round those corners again. I knew something like that would happen. I do that all the time. All right, now let's try it again. Let's round that corner again. Now, let's see if that fits a little bit better without smacking into the... Oh, yeah, that fits much better. Okay. Oh, well, we adjust, don't we? We adjust. So now I'm going to go all the way down and all the way across. Just like that. Now, when we come back and we're ready to decorate these, we can decorate them any way we choose. And they'll be dry. We won't have to worry about, you know, having our pockets not dry. We'll be able to decorate them completely. We'll be able to decorate them, put stuff in them. There. And that kind of takes away from some of the busyness of this by making the bottom a little bit heavier. I like that much better. Okay, I need to put that in there together. Now let's pop back here to the second signature. And I know you're saying, you're taking away all the fun of it. Not really. I'm just kind of doing things. I'm not going to do anything with this because that'll be easy peasy. I'm not going to do anything with this yet. Or that one. It's the stuff that's kind of hard to deal with. Okay. Now, wait a minute. There was one I had paper clipped. All right. I'm going to leave that one paper clipped because I know where that one's going to go. This one is sewn in, so I don't have to worry about that one. I know where it's going to go. Now, these book pages, we can do anything we want with them. And I pulled out this. This was one of the things that I fussy cut out of one of the pages, and I want to use it as a tuck. So I want to put it on here. I think I want to use it as a tuck, but I'm not really sure if it'll stand up as a tuck. I'm not really sure. I'm afraid it might not. I'm thinking that these might be a little... I'm afraid they might be a little bit too fragile. I wonder if we can cut this off here on the side. Give it a little more support. Now that might work better. And then I can glue it down this side and have it tuck in over here. I think that would work better. I think that'll work better. So I'm going to glue it across the bottom. And then I'm going to bring it down the side. All the way down. And I'm going to make sure I get those corners right there. Okay. Now, it is going down on one of the pages, so there we go. Now, oops, let me get my paper towel here. Got a little much, but I'd rather have a little much than not enough on that fragile corner. Okay, so now I've got a little tuck there. Now, around this actual page, I want to, and I've lost it again. I don't think I lost it. I just put it where it went. I want to take my dauber because I have vintage photo on it, and I'm just going around my page, just adding a little bit of character to my page. Just a little bit, not, you know, not going crazy. Not going a little wild and crazy. I just want to add a little bit. There we go. Some of the pages in this book had really nice color on them, and some of them toward the middle did not. There, I like that better. Okay. Now, see, here's another one of those nice pictures. Okay, so now let's get to gluing these signatures in. Now, I do think I want to add this page back here. Where's that one that was needed a page? I do think I want to add that. Now, what we're going to do, and I'm thinking I might add this right here in the front, like that. I'm going to glue that into the center. I'm just going to glue it in. I need to make sure that my page is the right size. Now let's get it trimmed. I wonder, do I need this? Yeah, I think I do. Let's get this trimmed here. Come on. Now the closure on this is just going to be, now this is just, this hinge that I've made is just, it's just coffee dyed paper. Okay, so this is just going to go here. Now I just kind of want it centered. Now this is the first page that was in the book. This right here is just the first page that was in the book. Okay. And I want to make sure that this comes all the way over and gets tucked all the way in. All right, let's put it where it needs to be before I start gluing here. Okay, so let me trim this off just a little bit more. From our previous journal that we made, I just saved these big fat edges. Oops, I don't think I cut that very straight either. Oh yeah, I did, okay. Now. Okay, and these need to go in. So let's get to glue in here. Okay. Now, okay. Now I like mine sticking up just a little bit. Okay, where's the other? Uh-oh, there it is. Oops, I think I put the glue on the wrong side. Darn it, I did. Okay, it goes this way. Now I'm just making sure that this is pushed into the glue really well. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that this is where I want it. Now this will also have the other piece glued onto it, so I need to make sure that this is glued down really well, because it's going to have a lot pulling on it. So I need to make sure my edges are glued, and I'll have to come back and double check on it. Oops, get off of there. Okay, there we go. And then this can go down. I'm not going to worry about losing this side. I particularly didn't like it anyhow, so let's get this glued down. Now, since you're doing paper to paper, you could use a glue stick if you wanted for this side. You know, you don't have to use Fabri-Tac for this side. You could use, you know, you could use glue. Whoops, I do apologize for that. Now I'm just making sure my glue is spread out really well. Okay. Okay, so I want to make sure that it's where I want it. Okay, now it's time for this. Now this you do not, this is not the time to skimp on your glue, saying, well, I don't have a lot, it's time to take it easy. This is not the time to do it. You go down your sides, you come up the middle, and you make sure that you hit those strings where you've tied in your signatures. This is the time to make sure you hit everything. And you make sure you come back and you spread the glue out. You spread it out. You don't want it, you know, you don't want it oozing. Yeah, see, I have a little too much in spots and none in others, so I'm just taking my time here and I'm spreading it out. My room is a little humid today, so I actually have a little bit of time. Okay. Now, you're going to take it, you're going to stand your book up, and you're going to line it up exactly where you want it. And PJ agrees with me. Line it up exactly where you want it. Stand up the other side. And then push it down. And you want to hold it there for a minute. Make sure everything's catching. Now, I usually I have big rubber bands that I wrap around mine, and then I let mine stand this way, upside down like this overnight. But if you don't have big rubber bands, that's okay. You don't have to have them. I just happen to have them. Now you can open this up, go to the center, push down in the center. Now I use my bone folder for this, and I'll push all the way down. And then I'll come around the back. Like this. Now our next video, I'm going to try and make a decision on how I want to decorate the front. I have two ideas and I can't really decide how I want to do it. So, okay, so now let's get those. Now this will have book corners. Since this is an older book, it will have book corners on it. Now let's get those rubber bands on it so that I can get it stood upside down. Okay, what have I done with them here? They're here somewhere. They're here somewhere. I just have to find them. Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining me today as we get our signatures into our Alice in Wonderland book, and as we have some fun getting a couple of pages decorated. I hope you're joining me in creating one, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. Okay. Let me grab those rubber bands and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. So I hope you guys decide to join me in making a book and have some fun along with me. Alright, so I put one at the top, and then I'll put one in the middle. There we go. Now, I don't know that this really helps, but it does make me feel better knowing that my book can't wiggle around. My pages and my, nothing else can wiggle. And then overnight, it'll stand like this. So I know that my glue can't ooze any place. It stays where I put it. And then it will stand. Let me show you where it's going to stand. It will stand right there on my desk for the rest of the night until in the morning when I come. And I'll take all those rubber bands off, and I will make the next video where we start decorating again. And there we go. That's how that's done. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you had some fun today. Now it's time to clean off your tools. If you have glue on them, you need to make sure that you get them cleaned off before the glue dries, or you're going to have a mess. There we go. So I want to thank you guys there so much for joining me. I really do appreciate each and every one of you for joining me and having some fun with me. If I don't say it enough, then I'm sorry, but I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every one of you subscribers, and each and every one of you that share my videos, and all of you that come to visit. I do appreciate each and every one of you more than you'll ever know. Because without you, there, I'm trying to get my chair back. It scooted all the way across the room. So now I don't have a chair. Because without you, I don't have a channel. I don't have any place to share what I'm creating and all the fun that I'm having. So we'll be using our stamps. We'll be using some more of our papers. And I'll show you some of the things I've already made. So this is a belly band. This is a side tuck. I've already got some tags put together. You know, all we need to do is get them decorated. This is from that other page that I did. I just cut them down into tags. So making one of those pages, you know, is like a little mini board. You can just cut them down into tags. It works great. So now I have some little tags. So now all we have to do is decorate them. You know, using some of the other materials that we have. So, thank you one more time. I know I've said it twice already, but thank you again. I'm so glad that you're here with me around my craft table. And until I see you again in the next Ladybug Journals video, ta-ta for now.